Hello everyone, how are you? My name is Eva. I'm the director of the Scottish Yarn Festival and the Scottish Show Producers Showcase. I am back on home soil with my cats. Smeagol's probably going to start chatting in the background. She has been glued to my side ever since I've been home, haven't you, sweetheart? I'm getting the winky blinks from over there. So, all being well, here she is. And share what we got with all of you. So I did accept it. Katie, are you there? Or are we going to have technical difficulties on top of everything else that's happened? Let's see. I did accept it. The screen's not doing the do though. Hello everyone. Just looking for Katie, who is sealing me wheelie, to come and join us. And I'm wondering if we've maybe got a wee things going on. It says you're invited, Katie. Are you joining me? Here we go. It's just taking a wee moment, I think. I've accepted that again. We're really excited to share what we've got. Technology. Yeah, please bear with us a wee minute. We have yarn. We have yarn. I'm going to do a little share with you. Right, my screen is doing the thing now. Katie, you're not able to join me. So I think I am just going to have a wee chat and maybe show some of the bits and pieces I've got while we sort this out, because you must be able to join me. It's probably just being funny. Right, I've tried inviting you now. Let's see. And we'll wait for that. Yep. Okay, there we go. Fantastic. Don't do that to me again. I was starting to panic because I'm jet lagged and I'm tired and I'm hungry and I need to go out and get some bits and pieces, but we're fighting the light here in Scotland. So hello, everybody who's joined us. We're back home in our homes. It feels weird not having you around.
I know. I woke up this morning and I forgot where I was. Well, I say morning, it was afternoon. But...
Same. I could have sworn that I was getting out of my bed in Stoneridge, but no, I'm here. I'm not looking any better with the iPad. But that's not what we're here for. So loads of people joining us. We're going to do a yarn haul. We're going to share what we bought and gifts that we were given. I don't know about you, Katie, but I was given some swag. I'm leaving the swag aside for just now because there's a substantial amount here. Yeah. So fair warning, people. I don't like shaming terms, but I think some people would look at some of this as being yarn gluttony. It's not. We work hard. We can buy what we want with our disposable incomes, and half my suitcase was full of with one single fleece coming back. Which is brilliant though. I'm wondering if I should we share the fleece first, because it's literally at my feet and getting in the way. Do you want to go with your fleece first?
I got it.
And then I shall share the one that we're sharing. Because sharing is caring.
We managed to pick up a Gotland fleece at Rhinebeck. To say that we got there quite late as well. I thought they were all going to be gone, and I heard from everybody that it's like elbows out, get to the table, go, 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 go. This has fives across the board. It is the most beautiful fleece that I've seen in a very long time, and just I don't think the colour's going to pick up properly. But this is the Gotland that I managed to get, and it's so lovely. I showed it to Lizzie, and Lizzie went, "Ooh, that's nice." I don't know if you can see like the entire bag of it, but it's not even a massive fleece, which is good because my bag was absolutely full, but it's just stunning. The locks in it are gorgeous. So it might be a business purchase, it might be a personal purchase. I've not decided yet.
So I fell in love with the fleece. I love fleece. I'm not a spinner. I mean, I can do drop spindling, and my very dear friend Tracy did gift her wheel to me before she emigrated to Sweden. And I've tried a few times, but I can't get the motions between my feet and my hands at the same time, and I don't have enough time to put towards it, or rather, it's not in the top of my priorities to invest that amount of time with the other things in my life that I love at this point. So you have offered to share this fleece. I think we're going to split the fleece, we're going to share it.
Yep.
And we're going to both make something out of the fleece as a memento, as a souvenir of everything, of our shared experiences, all those experiences that we shared. But yeah, I saw it and I fell in love. So this is the card that was in the bag. I took it out to try and prevent rustling. So green county wool, because it's probably doing the mirror thing. Green county wool is a 200-year-old farm housing Rommeldale and CVM sheep in upstate New York. They are known for their prize-winning fleeces. So I love that we've got little cards here. Shave them to save them. There's a little doodah, so we've got bits attached and all sorts. And it's here. It's big. So this is it. In here. Viewers, I did not vacuum pack this into my suitcase. This literally took up half my suitcase. Coming back and was squished. It smells so sheepy, and there's no way I can kind of orientate this down. So I'm just going to kind of give you a look
The
at
colours
this.
are stunning. It's and it's a lamb fleece as well, so it's got the lens on it, and the crimp is just it's so nice.
It's look at it. And I've had to lock it away somewhere safe because I've got 2 cats. And Smeagol's generally okay, she just likes cuddling up with me, whereas Martha Bean is a wool seeker. I put this down and she'll be buried in amongst it. she is that cat. So yeah, so for those of you just joining, I bought a fleece. I brought it home in my suitcase. It wasn't vacuum packed. It was hilarious. Yeah, so Rommeldale is not something that we can get in the UK, or well, neither of us are aware that we can get it in the UK. I've heard the other guy from Cabin Boy Net speak about Rommeldale, I'm sure. Sorry, that's one of my kitties outside having shenanigans. While the other one's watching what I'm up to. So yeah, it's incredible. £4 and I think 1 ounce or something. It's got a fleece scorecard on it, so 4 for uniformity, 4 for density, 4 for handle, 4 for crimp, 5 for length, and 5 for weight. I don't know what £4 American pounds is in kilos, but it's substantial. Yes, Smeagol's my precious. She really, really is. Aren't you, baby girl? Yeah. She's just not leaving me at the moment at all. So, right, the fleece. I smell of sheeps now, and can we just acknowledge Kingston Tigers? So go Tigers! We spent a lot of time in Kingston. I felt I had to bring a little something home. So, shall we do this one about? Do you want to do one first?
Yeah.
Do you want to go now? Because you started off with your fleece, and re-entry is hard, so please excuse me. Blowing my nose as I go. The air conditioning in the plane coming back was just so painful in my snout.
Yeah, my lips are still dry from the plane. So my wee sister is my best friend, and obviously she couldn't come with us for obvious reasons, and she was also watching my stand at GSO with Mama Seal this weekend, like absolute stars that they are. And so most of what I bought back realistically was for my sister. But the first things was actually the first stand where you went in was the Pacific Knit Company, sorry, and they had the doodle cards. So I'd seen these before because Claire from Cookston over here has them, and she did have them at GSOY, and I asked my sister, can you go pick one up for me? But I was very aware that Claire only had a limited amount. They also had a Rhinebeck collection, so I got that, which is so cool. So I'm doing all the doodle things, and if you guys haven't checked them out already, honestly, they're so cool, particularly the autumn pack because it's very in season. And while I was there, picked up a bag for my sister who was all about the Halloween. That's so cute.
Yeah, we might have sung This Is Halloween quite a lot in our
quite a lot of Halloween.
urban.
Sorry, not sorry. but it was too cute to not take home with us. But yeah, that's the first stop. And yourself, Eva?
Okay, well, I was going to do my commercial sock yarn first, but seeing as we're on Wool and Folk
Sorry.
purchases, I think for terms of continuity, I should go with that. Hello, everybody who's joined. We're having a haul. We're sharing a haul. So, not the commercial, not the special thing that they picked up when we found yarn where we didn't expect to find yarn. I'm going to start off the gift. So, I went up to see Robin's Promise at Wool and Folk, and she wasn't around, but I just zoomed in, as you do when you're faced with a wall of yarn in one particular skein. It's like, I have to have that. It's coming home with me. I pulled it out, I left it on her chair, and then I sent her a DM saying, "Hi Susan, been up to your booth, fallen in love with something. I'm coming back when you're here. One, to meet you, two, to bring you cash." And she refused to let me pay this when I arrived at the booth. Was enveloped in hugs and everything. So full transparency, I didn't pay for this, but I wanted to, and I was more than willing to. And yeah, so I have this, which you may have seen in my stories. So this is Robin's Promise. You can find her in all the socials. This is called Visions of Sea Maidens. It's on her Songbird fingering base. It's a 4-ply 75/25 kind of standard kind of sock yarn. And look at this. I love it. I feel it's almost, I mean, I'm not brilliant on my dyeing terms because it's been a long time since I've done any hand dyeing, but this one, even in that colourway, felt like I had a bit more of a browny and murky, not in a bad way, kind of glazed effect over it. And I think that's why out of the ones in this colourway, this is the one that quite literally sang at me like a siren. So yeah, so that's my first. So over to you, Katie.
Well,
For your next.
as we're at Robin's Promise, so I feel like I knew Susan before we even got there because her pal Karen came across to the what was Perth Now Scottish Yarn Festival last year and also came around to my shop and was so lovely. And she is good pals with Susan. I used to help out at the shop, etc. So we had to go and see her, like first off, and picked up the show special. This has been gifted to my sister, and this one is the New York State of Fall on the same base, but it's so pretty and like sums up all the colours that we saw. It is you. Hello. I One of Unity says, "Hello, that's me. You did." We didn't forget. We went especially to go say hi, and Susan gives the best hug. So we had a really good, lovely hug. And then I also picked up a skein for myself, and I picked up both because I wanted both of them, but I thought one's for Lizzie, one's for me, so that's fine. And this one spoke to me on three, I think it was 3 different bases that I saw it, and I fell in love with all of them. And that one's Pheasant Feather, which is just so pretty and gorgeous. And I also have a bag, but glittery bag.
You got a glittery bag. I don't know if the colour's representing pretty well on the screen, but it's like rose gold and it glows.
It's really pretty. So yeah, that was our major stop, let's be honest. Like that's the one we had to go pop by and see and love them. And Lizzie was so
yeah, I mean so many lovely people. Right, I still on Wool and Folk purchases. I also did some yarn muling for people, and I wish I could have done all the yarn muling for all the people, but that wasn't going to happen. But one person I absolutely had to get for it was Blue Dot Yarn. Said, "What would you like me to bring you back from New York?" And bearing in mind, this doesn't need to be yarn, just what would you like me to bring back? Because there's so many things on this side of the pond that we can't get, like the horchata vanilla lattes that, yeah, are now life. So she said, "Please get me a skein of Explorer knits. I'd love to get some Explorer knits." And just kind of left it to me, but she kind of hinted sort of colours and sent me screenshots. And as luck would have it, I've got 2. So she hasn't. Kate, hi Kate, if you're watching, you haven't even seen these yet. I haven't even told you which ones I've got. So Ali was an absolute sweetheart. I very much felt for her because on Friday, before we'd even opened to the public, I kind of made the comment of, oh, it's like Glastonbury here in front of her grid walls. It's absolutely heartbreaking, but I don't want to kind of focus on that. This is not what that video is about. It's out there. Let's share the wheelie joy. Let's uplift everyone. Okay. So this is an Explorer Knits. Look at that. Look at the colours. The colours are going to blow out a wee bit, I'm afraid. It's Scotland, it's the autumn, the big light is on. Is there more Scottish word than big light? That phrase. It's the only way you're going to get any light at all. But it does kind of pick out the different sort of tones in this skein. So this is it Denali sock, the 80% superwash, 20% nylon, fingering in Court of Dreams. So I got that one, and I also, because I couldn't choose between the two, got this one, which Ali says is one of her chara is made of love. I've heard of it before, but I've never experienced it, and oh my goodness, I brought like 4 boxes home in my carry-on luggage. Anyway, not here to talk coffee. I'm here to talk about the yarn. So Explorer Knits, fabulous branding, fabulous human, excellent dyeing, squishable yarn. This is Gnome Cottage, so this is another really, really popular one of hers, and yeah, I can understand why. The colours just scream Kate. So Kate Blue Dot yarn, I got it. It's going in the post tomorrow, which is why we're doing this now. So I've got the postal run to end all postal runs tomorrow, so that can get packaged up after this live. Right, over to you, Katie. Next one.
Yeah. Well, while we're upstairs seeing Susan from Robin's Promise, we also got to meet Cottontail Fan, who's so lovely.
Yeah. Hello, Irina. Hello, we love you.
So my sister has just got into sock knitting. Afterthought heals from the sock machine, but still finally getting into sock knitting. And I don't know if you guys know, we've got a bunny rabbit. So bunnies are everywhere in our lives. And so when I saw the sock blockers, which you cannot see properly because of the light, but oh, they're the cutest sock blockers. And Eve had come back and told me that you need to go see these. And they're glittery and they're perfect. So I got those for Lizzie so I could borrow them. But I've been looking for a good pair of sock blockers for years that aren't just like boring. And then also, because I'm teaching Lizzie how to make one left, make one right, and the Kitchener, I also got the little helper cards, which are super helpful and cute. So I got those for Lizzie. I'm going through Lizzie's stash before I'm going through my own, to be honest. But but yeah.
Yeah, I think you got more yarn than me, but possibly not.
Well, I don't know. Did I?
Until the end, and I had a wee commercial sock splurge. I think so, because I was thinking at that point, you know, in terms of what I've actually bought for me, I've done my usual and I've bought more second-hand books and yarn, because that's what I do when I go overseas to a yarn festival, apparently. So my next one is also gifts. So this is yarn mulling. This is something that I was asked to get. So this is Basset Joe, or Soakin' Joe, and she specifically was looking for Cormo in a natural shade. 2-3 skeins, please. I'd like to make a shawl. And I was lucky enough to this because I thought Cormo, you know, again, Cormo isn't something that we can easily get in the UK. Not having a floor plan or a list of vendors made it quite challenging to find what we wanted, but I really, really was lucky that I ended up meeting the fantastic owner of this booth, who had come from Vermont, and she was just kind of upstairs from us, so I was able to go and get, look at that branding. I'm just obsessed with the branding. Werewool. Look, is a sheep. What dresses up as a wolf? It's incredible. So Werewool is women-owned and regeneratively farmed. Werewool connects Vermont fibre farmers with people and provides fibre artists with these wonderful, rare and hard-to-find Vermont yarns. So the provenance, I've actually got a little bit on it that says provenance, 100% local Vermont wool. So that's really important. And then each skein contains, and the way that they've done their labels is fantastic, because obviously the way that they operate, each one's going to be slightly different, and it's so, having now got my own custom yarn brand that isn't just a couple of commercially dyed yarns, you know, I mean, my labels are digitally foiled, so having the dyes made up was a significant investment. And then you've got like variations and things, and you have to kind of find a workaround because otherwise it just ends up price prohibitive. But I love that it's going to blow out probably. But this skein contains, and it's got a list, and you tick it, and I just think that's fabulous. And then you've got, so that's your breed down this side, and then you've got yarn type and like yarn ply, which would be kind of thickness, I suppose, and then the yarn weight, 50 grams, 75 grams, 100 grams, and then the yardage is written in as well. Inspired, brilliant, fans of a good label. There's a lot of information on these labels. It is squishy. Joe, did I send a picture to Joe? I don't think I did. I think I just told her that I got a dark, rich chocolate brown natural shade. Would that do? She was pleased with that, but she hasn't seen these yet. So these are also getting packaged and sent to her tomorrow. Your turn.
Well, me. Yeah. So we did go for a wee wander on the, what was it, Thursday night? So we did get to see a few of the stands, etc. before like the craziness happened. But we got chatting to, I'm really bad, I can't remember what your name was. I can't remember if we introduced ourselves. But Homer Handcraft. Homer Handcraft, who got a little bit damaged in the process, but it'll be fine. But I just thought that was really, really pretty artwork. So again, for my sister and for myself, I got some postcards, greetings from Steve Island, because I was stuck in Steve Island that night trying to get this finished in time for Rhinebeck. So it was very fitting.
I went to bed and left you to it.
Yeah, it was about 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning that I finished. And I was very, very proud of myself for having done so. But most of the other things that I got were like little, oh, I forgot, I got a little sticker from Cotton. Lots of stickers, etc. from Woollen Folk. And then our neighbour on the second day was an absolute sweetheart, Distal Think Fibre, who I think might still be watching. Absolute, just wonderful human being.
Darling,
so I couldn't decide which yarn I was going to get, so I ended up getting two, which coincidentally matched my outfit. One matched my dress and one matched my hair. But it is from their own flock, which is an 80% Romney Cross Border Leicester and 20% Merino. And it is so unbelievably soft. It's already got sparkle in it, which I think is just because it's been in my house. But it's so pretty. And that's actually a really beautiful TD blue. Also, on the most beautiful bags I own from Distal Think. It's so pretty. And also got a sticker from them as well for my sister. Again, for my sister. I don't know how pretty that is, the hologram. But definitely a highlight. And they were absolute, such good neighbours. Thank you so much to them for being so lovely and caring and helpful and supportive. So.
Yeah. Right. There was one thing that I wanted and was searching for from Woollen Folk, because I wanted some sort of souvenir to put into my northeasterly blanket. That is the famous northeasterly blanket of lives before. It's been going on for years and things, and there's got to be over 400 different scraps in this gargantuan thing now, and it's still ongoing. And while I generally put in scraps or yarns that have been sent from friends, swaps and things, I wanted to pick up some mini skeins to go in. And I don't know whether it was just I couldn't really see mini skeins, that mini skeins weren't really a thing at that event, or that I'd lucked out or whatever, but I did find these again from absolute sweetheart vendors. These are 316 Dye Studio. So I've got like a peachy one, really warm peachy colour, which seems to be the colours that I'm being drawn to at the minute. So colour therapy, I'm obviously needing this within my life. I'm okay with that. Yes, so made in Wichita, USA. I hadn't realised they'd come from there. So I've got persimmon, and I've got peach blossom. And they're 80-20 fingering weight, so I've got 10 grams each, so I'll pop a little bit into my blanket and have that and be reminded of the amazing people that I met at that event. I mean, the vendors and the personalities really, really made that event. So yeah, so I'm looking at what I've got now. I've got one more purchase from there, and I've got a gift from you. Do you have any more Woollen Folk purchases?
one more woolen folk purchase. Time's up, right?
Okay, so shall I do the other
Yeah,
personal purchase and that first and let
right.
you go, and then I will do my gift from you that you got there. So couldn't resist this. I have been watching Wool Dreamers for a little while, and I love what they do and what they're about. And again, I am a sucker for the branding and an absolute sucker for the provenance. And yeah, I'm just loving, the labels and everything here. I've lost my thing. I'm pretty sure that I read something else. But yeah, so the label is in Spanish. They are a Spanish yarn brand. Wool Dreamers. This is 100% Spanish merino. It's a worsted weight, and unfortunately, see, I love the mustards. I love the mustards. They do not work with my skin tone, but I am so up for spending this winter in my pajama bottoms and my Kings and Tigers top with layers, and I'll wear a hat in the house during the winter because it gets cold. So I want this, but the flock that these merino sheep are from was started or sort of curated, if you like. The provenance goes back, the lineage goes back to a group of monks 200 years ago, and I just love that. I love that. So I couldn't resist. Yeah, and I think it was B at Wool Dreamers that I met, and I might have fallen in love with her a little bit as well. She's just so many incredible humans at that event. So send me your recommendations for cabled worsted hats. I mean, it's not like I don't already have a million of them in my Ravelry queue, and Ravelry library, but always, always on the hunt for more cabled projects. And yeah, I'm loving this one. How much have I got? 240 meters. Yeah, 240 meters. That is fabulous. Yeah, yeah. Okay, right.
But it's just been a comment saying, will you post a list of all the brands you presented?
Yeah,
Tell
so I was planning, because I think I'm going to share this onto my grid and onto my YouTube. So I will tag the ones I've got in the main bump, and then Katie, once I post it up here, if you go into a comment, we'll pin the top comment and you can list the ones
Yep,
you've got, because otherwise
absolutely.
I'm just going to forget. But yes, we will do that for you.
Yep, absolutely. My last woolen folk purchase, actually, I thought I had more, but I might have missed something. It's all a blur. So Megs and Co were absolutely lovely. I met them on the first
Oh,
day.
they were.
So lovely. And I saw them in their original location. Fell in love with their show colorway. Missed out on that, which I'm a bit gutted about, but also it's fine. Anybody wants to show colorway, I know that they've got a pre-order at the moment, and it was absolutely stunning in real life. But actually, I'm all about the fall colors because of the trip, so I ended up picking up this one, which is just stunning. And this one was called Golden Afternoon, and it's just so unbelievably pretty and squishy. And I loved all of their yarns, to be fair. They got moved on the second day to where next to where we were on the first day. And they have just some beautiful, incredible yarns. And again, the branding is so pretty. Isn't it gorgeous?
That was a huge thing for me being in the US, because I love design work and things anyway. And, when I was a teenager, I kind of made that decision of, right, am I going off to study music performance professionally, or am I going to go down the design route within art and design and go to Glasgow School of Art? And yeah, ended up doing the music, but very much I'm still a very visually drawn person, and all the logos and the branding and the
Oh,
styling and
yeah.
everything
Oh,
in New York State was just incredible. So
branding.
my camera
The
roll
okay.
might be covered.
I bought it. It was empty, but I bought it home because the branding
You
was
brought
just
the
too
empty
cool.
one. I've got the
Yeah.
full one. It made it back safely in my fridge, and I'm sorry, it's my birthday very soon. I might have to have that as a birthday beverage.
It was delicious as well, which was also nice. Oh, and
Gorgeous.
also from Mexico, I also got a transfer tattoo because
Is this still on you?
yeah, Lizzie was like, "What is that?" I was gonna pretend it was real, but it sounds like a bit worn. So oh well. I was also given bubbles, and that made my weekend.
Yeah.
Bubbles from I can't remember who it was. It was in my wee video I did the other day, but yeah.
So you gave me a little gift as well, which is sweet because it was a vendor I was excited about seeing but didn't really get the chance to go to. Um, so Camp Stitchwood, really excited to see what Camp Stitchwood were doing. Then it's that it wasn't all kind of yarn. There were kind of like yarn crafty adjacent things as well. You bought me some stickers, and these. If I was choosing for myself, these absolutely would have been the ones that I chose for myself. So it just shows how well we know each other. And I'm so impressed that we got through a week of living together, literally being on top of one another the whole time, and you didn't kill me.
Vice versa.
You didn't kill me.
Well, I got the sense that you couldn't kill me because I was driving you home, but
No, I mean, come on, we had wine at the departure gate before we came home. If there was a problem, I would have been leaving you to it. No, but you very kindly got me a thoughtful gift. So I have stickers. So this one's a little pile of books and yarn balls. We've got Swatchless Regrets, The Shrunken Sweater, ooh, Yarns to Die For, The Dropped Stitch, Search for the Missing Dye Lot, Tangles of Terror, and these ones are all these little guys. Look at the little guys. So I was obsessed with the bear. I really, really, really wanted to see a bear. I think they're freaking adorable. I would pack a picnic. I would say, come along and let's go on an adventure. Living life dangerously. Yeah, look at him. He's adorable. He's knitting. He's got a wee stripy scarf. So glad you two had a fabulous time. All sounds amazing. Very jealous of your delicious purchases. Oh, look at the trash panda. There's a trash panda as well. We did see trash pandas. We saw a few deceased trash pandas, which was
sadly not live ones.
sad.
But we saw chipmunks and
We
red squirrels.
saw chipmunks and we saw red squirrels. There were deer in our garden at one point.
Was it the last night? Oh, it's just going to
Yeah,
the hot tub in the last night. We had a hot tub.
yeah, four. There were four huge deer in the garden, and we saw the bald eagle, which you'll be aware of anyway if you've been following it. We saw bald eagles in the wild, a mating pair. They're massive, majestic. Wow. But this is not a wildlife podcast, or it's not even a podcast. This is not wildlife live, and I'm wondering how long we've been on here as well, because there's an hour limit in lives, although I don't think we've been that far. So right, shall we do Rhinebeck specific purchases, and then go on to miscellaneous other yarn purchases? We've still got a little bit to go. Are you still with us?
What did I get from Rhinebeck?
Oh, that was my shoulder finally popping and cracking back into place. Fabulous.
I feel like I got more from Rhinebeck, but I don't remember what I've done with it. But it's fine. Like my big purchase, like my biggest purchase of the weekend was yarn counter from Electric Eel Wheels. So that is, if you guys are spinners, you'll probably know who they are already. Dreaming Robots make incredible 3D printed electric wheels, and I got to meet Maurice, and he's lovely. And I did do the Kickstarter, so I'm waiting on my yarn cone winder coming through anytime now. And he was like, it's on its way. And I was like, it's fine, I'm patient. But I had to pick one up while we were there because trying to get them in the UK is not easy. And yeah, so that's going to be really useful in the coming months, and you will see us probably using it at some point. But that was
you two. Yeah, you two are making my day with the wildlife and yarn haul. Thank you.
Like the difference in the birds is just amazing. So
yeah. Okay, so you Dreaming Robots again, fantastic name. I love it. I love it. Love it. So I did the project bag. So I did realise that we're there. I wanted to see their booth. There were only a couple of booths that I really, really wanted to see at Rhinebeck, and I wasn't really planning on any purchases, but I did see somebody at Woolen Folk who had this specific bag and said, it's Madder, and I adore everything that Madder do, but the shipping costs and things from the US to the UK for this brand, it's not their fault, it's the way things are. I've just made it prohibitive before. The products are definitely on the luxury side of things, but I love this. And I do not often buy a project bag. Look at this. Look at my sheep. So this is madder. I think they're called madder, but known as madder, but they're also madder root. Maine made, hand printed. So it's cut, printed, and sewn in Maine, using quality organic and eco-friendly materials to make a product that you love, and a percentage of the profits go as well. Yes, I've been stocking Madder Root Maine bags for some time, and I got the very same one. Yes, yeah, bag twins. I love it. I love it, and I think what I specifically loved about this one, it's almost like it's little trees in a sheepy's fleece. Heading to the UK in February with an empty suitcase, that is most definitely the right thing to do, says she who came back with a fleece taking up half of her suitcase.
Guilty, not guilty.
That was a replacement suitcase as well that it kind of took up. Right, so I got my madder yarn, my madder root bag. I have one other Rhinebeck purchase, so you go with yours. You go with your next one.
I've lost one, but it's okay. I'll share a picture later. So as I say, I bought a lot of stuff for my sister to say thank you. And we were walking back from meeting Patty Lyons, who is lovely, such a
We
sweetheart.
met Patty Lyons.
We met Patty Lyons.
And Noragon was right next to Patty Lyons. Yeah. I got to meet her as well.
So sweet. And as you're walking back from the book signing area, walked past the Knitters Oracle, I went, oh, can I justify it, because it's it's not cheap, but I was like, Lizzie would love that. They absolutely adore it. And they've got, like, I'm not big on Oracle cards, but my sister is. But even I admit, like, these cards are just beautiful. I'm trying to find my favorite one is the LYS, which is that is the LYS card. It's called O Balls. It makes me laugh. But the cards brilliant. Are just, so I picked it up for Lizzie. And when I gave her bag of goodies last night, she opened this up and squeed, because she was going to ask me to look out for it specially. I was actually meant to save this for Christmas and forgot it was in the bag when I gave it to her, so it's not a surprise anymore. But it's like, is it holographic and everything? And they're just the frog. So she was over the moon to get these, and hopefully she'll remember at Christmas time that I did purchase these for her. But that was like one of my other purchases from Rhinebeck. And I also bought Mama Seal something, but I can't find it. And I feel really bad, but yeah.
It'll be tucked away safely because it's fragile.
Yeah.
Right, I have a personal Rhinebeck yarn project, and I wasn't going to, my purchase even, I wasn't going to, but I did, and I didn't even realise the name of the business, but of course it kind of makes sense. So I bought from Herd of Cats. So Herd of Cats presents the Road Trip Sock Yarn. So this yarn was hand-dyed with love in Denver, Colorado by Ali, I think it's Ali Pate. I want to say, oh, she's got a YouTube as well as an Etsy and a website and things. So I'm going to have to check that out. Didn't realise that. But she had a couple of suitcases full of road trip yarn, and they were all dyed after different places and landmarks, and they were incredible. And I thought, I was restrained. I wanted them all, legitimately wanted them all, but just went for the one because I think this would make one of an epic kind of standard, my favourite sort of 2x3 ribbed beanie that I'm knitting a million of as gifts at the moment. It's a fail-safe pattern. I love it. It's my go-to for a reason. So this is your standard 75-25 fingering weight, 400. I love it. Is it Mestizo, Curtis Park, Denver. Make a Splash Road Trip 2023. Look, it's so densely speckled. I'm loving the warm corals and pinks, the speckling. It actually reminds me an awful lot of cat sandwich fibers. So I'm obviously, I'm channeling cat purchases, channeling cat purchases and particular tones at the minute.
Over
so that's for me. Once I finish knitting, I've got seven beanie hats, all the same in different colours that I need to do before Christmas. So that'll be a New Year cast on for me, I reckon.
I found
Okay,
it. It
you
was
found
behind my
it.
cup of tea.
Fantastic.
That's what I bought from Emma Steele. From it's by Jan, which is it's a scarf magnet. So my mum is all over shawl pins, loves a good shawl pin, and this one just took my eye. Well, actually, all of them did, but I ended up messaging mum saying, like, look, just you choose because I can't decide for you. And look how gorgeous it is. And it's got a really, really strong magnet on the back, so you can use it to secure your scarves or even just for decoration. But that was my final purchase from Rhinebeck.
You made another purchase from Rhinebeck. You also bought from a herd of cats,
I did, but that's a present. So I
and you're
get
not
Yankees close
showing.
your eyes. I'll show it, but Yankees, you close your eyes and you promise that you're not going to say anything when I give it to you on Thursday. Tomorrow. No, next Thursday. I don't know. They'll forget by next Thursday. It's fine.
If you don't want to show it, it's okay.
They're so pretty. Yeah,
But
it's
I
also from
think,
Herd of Cats.
yeah, because minis were so thin on the ground from what we could see, it's nice to, if you're specifically looking for minis and looking for something that's different in terms of hand dyeing techniques, definitely one to follow.
Yeah. But no, they were absolutely lovely. And I've got them some minis, so they're getting a wee mini each as a.
I think Joe's saying I'm all for channeling the cat purchases every time, every time. Have you got anything more from
Not
Rhinebeck?
from Rhinebeck. The only other things I got were from our knit and natter.
Knit Natter, yarn adjacent. Okay, right, fabulous. So, will we do Yarn Farm Kingston?
Yes.
So we went to Yarn Farm Kingston. We went to their knit night on the Wednesday. We were made to feel so, so incredibly welcome there. Gutted that we didn't make it up to pick up every stitch, and I do need to message them and apologise. We weren't expecting, again, I don't want to rehash, I don't want this to make it about that, but it had been our plan to go in on our way up on the Thursday because the circumstances are out of control that we couldn't do that. And yeah, we were hoping that we'd maybe be able to catch you on the way down on Monday, but you were closed. So gutted. But we loved Yarn Farm Kingston so much, and just wine bar in a yarn store inspired. We loved it so much we popped in Kingston on our epic drive back to the airport. So my purchase, I've just got one purchase from there, and it is a gift, and I'm not going to tell you who it's for. It will just arrive with them, and they will be surprised and love it. But I got a skein of Cowgirl Blues Kid Silk. I loved that a lot of the colourways were named after songs and female musicians. I did go back, I left it, and I was going to go, whoa, falling over on my own feet now. I left it, and I was going to go back and buy it when we went back in, and I couldn't find one. But Barbra Streisand,
Yeah.
the Barbra Streisand colourway was amazing, and I was just thinking, Barbra Streisand. I was going to do it. I really fancy a little kind of like DK hat out of Barbra Streisand. That would be hilarious. But it's someone else. It's gone. It's gone to the person it was meant to go to. So this is a gift. This is Karma Chameleon. And I saw this and I said, this is the person's name inserted here. This is her in a skein. This is absolutely her in a skein. So that is going to that person. It's lovely. It's 50 grams. It's 70% mohair, 30% silk. Cowgirl Blues, if you're not aware, is a South African yarn dyeing company, and incredible. I watched a fantastic interview with her on Fibre Chats with Arena, and it really took to her and the brand. And I was surprised to see so much of it in stock at Yarn Farm Kingston. I've never seen it out in the wild. I know that Amy Palco's in it with it, but yes, this is fabulous, and this, I know the person this is going to is just going to scream when they open the parcel. So yes, job done.
It's beautiful yarn. Absolutely.
It's beautiful. It is absolutely beautiful. Right, what did you buy from Yarn Farm Kingston?
I bought some fluff. I got some merino cashmere from Craft a gamer Greek. Oh, try again. Craft a gamer geek. That was difficult. And it's just so beautiful. And it's the only top that I bought while we were out there, which surprises me because I was looking for fibre and there was loads of fibre, but weirdly it's the only one that I brought back with me. But it's beautiful and a merino cashmere blend. So I almost started spinning it up when we were out there and thought, no, I need to finish my jumper first. So that was like high priority. And then to keep on with the fibre vibe, when we went back on, what day is it today? Was it Monday we went back? But on the
We
way
went
to
back
the
on
airport.
Monday and we're on Wednesday now. Yeah.
Oh God, what is time? Was it Monday? Yeah. So when we went back, I fell in love with the spindle. It's a little support spindle, and it's spun. Well, it says a minute and 30 seconds spin. It felt like longer. It's so pretty. It's a Chinook from Hip Strings, who I've not seen before, but it's such a pretty little support spindle. I'll be honest, I'm not much of a support spindle spinner. I've got a few of them, and I'm still trying to master the art. But it's just too pretty to not come home with me. So I am going to have to learn how to support spindle properly. Too pretty.
Is that all your purchases from there?
Yes.
Okay, right. So we'll go on to yarn adjacent. So surprise wild card one. We went in, we had a slow Sunday. We just wanted to go to Hatch because we'd been there for brunch before going up to Rhinebeck and had the most incredible German hot chocolate ever and epic food and things. So we went back for more hot chocolate and we wanted a slow day, so we went to Stonebridge Orchard. We had a walk around. It was great. Then we went into Rosendale because it's supposed to have like a really nice sort of like original Woodstocky vibe to it. So we went there, and as we pulled into park, and we kind of went, right, where's parking? Oh, I think we can go in. Can we go down there and park? We went down this little side street and stumbled upon a farmer's market that was in full swing. And what did they have at this farmer's market? They had jar. They had one stall. It was incredible. I do have some footage. I've not uploaded it yet. There was a family that were just having like a musical get together, like in a pagoda, playing it. Fabulous, absolutely fabulous, and they were lovely and stopped with us for a little chat. So Hudson Valley Heirloom Farm. We're at the farmers market. I think this is Icelandic wool or an Icelandic wool blend. So I expected it to be really kind of guard hairy, but it's not. I could probably get away with wearing this knits to skin. I don't know if it's going to stay as it is. I might dye it up, or I might give it to a friend to dye it up. And I think it was. I'm not sure if it's a DK weight. I think it was a DK weight, but it might actually be a worsted weight. But I do have a wee gaugey thing, so I will double check that out because it isn't. There was a sign up there, and I think I took a photo of the sign, but I can't quite remember now for the specifics. But it is fabulous, and again, I could email them and I could ask. But I love that. So you can go to the farm. They have their own like farm shop where they have eggs, wool products, soaps and serums. They do monthly walking tours and things. So yeah, that was surprising, and I was just taken totally off guard. And you drove past and didn't stop. Yeah, yeah.
We would
Last
have
thing
run
we
into
kind
each
of
other again.
expected. Yeah, last thing I totally expected to see. So you'll know next time. So yeah, I just felt it was too like auspicious, and I couldn't not get a skein and support them because again, single origin farm yarn. It was great. Yeah, yeah, it was fabulous. And Rosendale itself was lovely. It was nice just to get out and have a slow stroll, go into loads of vintage shops, and yeah, yeah, it was fabulous. Okay, miscellaneous. What have you got? Have you got anything that's miscellaneous, or is it just me?
I think that's it. Lizzie Dripping's just got home. I've just heard the door go.
Has she? Right.
Yeah,
We'll wrap up in a minute. So my other wild card purchase was I really wanted some commercial sock yarn because I knit a lot of socks as gifts, and I wanted stuff that you can't easily get in the UK. Now, a little bit disappointed that all I could find was Patton's Croy, and literally the only two colorways I could find is this. Now, I love the bottom one. Bought some of that. realised, or didn't quite realise at first, that it's buy one, get 50% off your second. So we got that, and I fell in love because I'm going to make some socks for my cat sitter, who is incredibly knitworthy and loves hand knit socks, and he's just started wearing out the pairs that I first made for him like 3 years ago. So I just thought they were fabulous, and then kind of got like not buyer's regret. What's the opposite of that? I just thought, actually, I really, really like that colourway. I would like a pair of socks in that. So we did go into, this is Michael's, we did go back, and I got some more on our last day, so that I can also have a matching pair of socks, and then found this colourway in the other Michael's that they didn't have in the original ones. So we've got this as well. So buy 150% off, that was not bad. It's just, again, it's a standard 75-25 kind of pretty good workhorse yarn. I have knit with Patton's Croy before, or Patton's Croy socks before. I was very luckily sent some about 5-6 years ago from somebody in Canada, a podcaster, who became a friend when we were both podcasting. So I know it's really, really cozy. It's a fantastic sock yarn, and yeah, I'm just looking forward. I love this one. I love, it's kind of like that marled kind of effect, and it's going to be self-striping as well. I think they just called it grey-brown marl, and tourmaline stripes we've got.
There she is.
Yeah.
Hello, Elizabeth. Hello. There's Lizzie.
Hello, Elizabeth.
Yay.
I got a light up pumpkin.
Of course she's got a pumpkin.
I was going to say it looks like a pumpkin. It's a wicker pumpkin or a willow pumpkin. Love it. Right.
Okay.
On that note, let's wrap up our live. Thank you for joining and sharing in our joy of the yarn purchases. Give me a few moments to wrap this up. I'll pop it up on our grid, and I will tag producers and yarn brands as much as I possibly can. Then Katie's going to pop in, and she'll pop hers in the comments as well. And then once I've got all that data, I'll be able to transfer the whole lot over to our YouTube channel as well. Please do give our fellow Wool and Folk vendors some love if you can. It has cost us significantly to go to the event, to vend. Let's just keep banding together. Let's just keep lifting one another up. But we wanted to share what fleece and fibre and yarn that we brought home with us, we'll be tagging people as we knit this up, because it will probably marinate in the stash for a while and decide what it's going to be before it ends up on our needles. And I know that certainly I've got like time sensitive gift knitting in progress, so I should probably do that, and then kind of come New Year, kind of focus on me. But yeah. So let's say goodbye.
I just want to say massive thank you to everybody that we met. All the vendors were incredible. Everybody that came in to come say hi, and the excitement that we felt despite everything. It's still been an incredible week, and thank you for having me.
Oh no, it was lovely to have you, and there are surprises in store, because we did meet incredible people, and we did have business meetings set up aside from our vending opportunity that we were going for. So it's not as if it's been completely bad. I did buy books. I did buy books. They will probably appear on my personal Instagram account, which is Yarn Stash Curator, if you're looking for it. Up there I've got photos of sites, and I'm just kind of drip feeding them in, but I did buy books from Magpie Books. We went to a few others like Blue Heron as well, in High Falls, but I did. And up until the very, very end, in terms of yarn I bought for myself, I have bought more second-hand books. And we stumbled across a couple of wee free libraries in Sleepy Hollow, and I found a book about a cat. And I took that, so I felt a bit guilty that I didn't have one to swap over at that point, but I do put books into the wild here from time to time, so I'm not going to beat myself up over that one. But it was amazing to see two little free libraries out in the wild, because we had been going to Google just to see if there were any, because I really wanted to experience that, and again, stumbling across them was just amazing. I'm a big reader. Reading's what I do, because my knitting's my work now, and yarn's kind of involved in that, so books are my thing. That make me Eva. Aside from this, so yeah, if you want to go into my personal account, you'll see all the time I'm sort of posting up things that I read and things. Although I've been a bit lax over the last few months because of some personal circumstance things that have been going on, so that has gone a wee bit the wayside. But yes, for years now I have been posting what I've been reading. It is a bit of a virtual kind of book journal, pictorial book journal. Anyway, thank you all for joining us. I'm going to go and get this uploaded now, and we will speak to you again soon.
Bye.
Bye everyone.
Bye. You get it back.